Good morning, guys. It's been a while since I did a video regarding my grow tent and orchids and the panties. It's been a great summer for me. As you guys know, I started a pond, and I also started a pollinator slash native garden or native plant garden. Although I do have some non-natives. So I was really busy with that, and of course with work. But as you can see, I have a new larger grow tent, and I'll show you guys why I decided to get a new one. Let me just open this for you. All right, and so you can see, the front fern fell. So yeah, it's really overcrowded in here. It's harder. It's getting harder for me to water them, do maintenance, because I need to take some out, as you can see. So I thought at first this will work. However, it's just getting longer, or takes more time to do stuff in here. And then of course some of the plants I notice are not doing well, and I guess it's just being overcrowded. Yeah, let me just fix this fern. No, this fern is a wild fern that just grew on one of the orchids, and now it's just grown really big. So let me pull out some, and I'll show you some plants in particular that I'm excited about to move into the bigger grow tent. So let me get some stuff out. All right, so I took some of the plants out, and just want to show you guys. So I did a video regarding these Nepenthes here. They were really small when I purchased them, and when I did a video, I did an update that they're getting bigger, and they keep getting bigger. That one is getting bigger. A lot of them are doing really well. This is my Queen Malani that I moved here because it's getting very crowded in this spot, and I just feel bad that it's really cramped there. This other plant here, the Maxima X Ramispina, is getting bigger also. So for the most part, a lot of this needs to be repotted, and definitely bigger pots mean more space, and I just don't have room for these plants at this point. And so I decided to get this bigger grow tent. It's a 4 by 8 by 6 feet 6 feet grow tent, so way bigger. The initial plan was I'll still keep this, and then get the plants here and keep the orchids there, the Nepenthes and other bigger plants in here. But it's really big. I'll talk about this in a bit. And so what my plan is, I'll move everything in here, and I will sell this. So yeah, let me talk about this first from the outside. Still not as organized as I would like it to be, but it's working. This one has the controls for the lights, the timer for the lights, and those are for the fans. And I moved the misting down here, and I tested them, and I'll show you guys the nozzles in there. So I'm very happy about this Vivosun. I got it on sale this October Prime, so it's October 27th now. So yeah, we're getting to the cooler months, although they say here in San Antonio it's the hottest October in record. So still a pretty warm for us, or for other people. So all right, so I turned on the light in here, the grow lights. But let me talk about what's outside. So here's the misting system. Still not as organized. We'll do some tweaks on this, but so far I've got it all covered in terms of the connections. This is for the light, those are for the fans, and yeah, I've set the timers already, so they're good. The misting is still turned off, but again, I tested it yesterday, and it's working pretty well. So in here, yeah, let me talk about this fan. This was on sale in October Prime. This was from Vivosun. Pretty expensive, $53 for an oscillating fan with a clip, but the build quality is really nice. I think this is metal, but I bought some cheap clip-on fans from Walmart, from Amazon. They do work, but they break easily. But the build quality of this one, you can really feel it on when you touch it. So this is, I think, an older model. The new ones are like $70 plus, and you can connect it to like their controller. But I don't need any of that. So this is just on a normal timer. Before I forget, the $53, I think it's $53 when it was on sale. It was a 2-pack, so there's 2 of them, but right now I only need 1. And for the lights, I still have the Besva. That's a bigger one. I forgot what the actual model is, but search Besva. That's what I've been using in there. When I bought the Besva for that one, it was pretty cheap, I guess. They've got good reviews, so they increased their price. So this is a bigger one, and this is a smaller one. But basically, I tried to buy 2 of this during the sale, but Amazon said you can only get 1. So 1 of those and 1 of these. But so far, and this is even like 10% only, but that's the how bright it is when at 100%. So there you go. So I'm sorry, I hope I didn't blind you guys. So that's pretty good. The plants I'll be growing doesn't need like like full sun type of brightness. Just Nepenthes orchids can do well with that kind of light intensity. Oh, and about this grow tent, before we focus what's inside, and I apologize for that dripping noise. I turned on my RO water because I'm gonna do watering after this. But what I like about this grow tent are these zippered areas that I can put or where the cables can go through, but it's Velcro also. So even though I cannot close it all the way with the zippers, the Velcro can hold it enough to prevent too much of the humidity escaping. I've only purchased Vivosun tents, and the main reason is they're the ones that you can find like a lot of YouTube reviews. So before I purchase something, especially these grow tents, I go to YouTube to see if anyone has reviewed them. And for the most part, it's only Vivosuns that I've seen reviews of, and the others are like the Gorilla tents, which are so expensive. But these ones, when I see them in YouTube, I get an idea of their build, of their features, how many vents they have, like this. So you can see the vents, and that way I can plan beforehand before I purchase the tent. It's the ultimate misting system. And so I have extras. So for the most part, when I tested, like especially for this area where the orchids will be and the Nepenthes, it will get good coverage as this one. But this one has a shut-off valve. I'm not sure if you can see it there. It's a shut-off valve. And the reason being is I'll place the deciduous orchids here. So during winter, they won't get any water, so they won't get any misting. And the misting system is, for me, one of the best misting systems out there. More expensive, but very intuitive. Like when I set it up on the first grow tent, it was very easy and never had any problems in that 1.5 years that I had it. No blockage. I used rainwater at first, but now I'm using RO water, and never had any issues. Never had any issues even with the reservoir. And then setting this up here, I got all the connections, and I tested it, no problems at all. So I should have done this a long time ago. I purchased several of those ultrasonic humidifiers, and if I've added those up, I could have saved more if I just purchased this straight away. But I guess it's part of the hobby where you're starting and you think, this is more than good enough. But if any one of you are planning to set up a misting system in a large grow tent and you're thinking about a Mist King, it's well worth it. I'll show you the controls. Alright guys, so this is the controller I'm using, the repeat cycle timer. I believe what comes standard with all Mist King systems is the seconds timer. That one I believe works in a way where, like for Mondays, you can mist in the morning and in the evenings. For the repeat cycle timer, it can run several times a day, depending on the hours you've set up for, like how long the day will last and how long the evenings will last. So in my case, I've let it run. So here you can see 6 seconds every hour, so it's 54 minutes during the day. So the other thing about this is you can also set up the night, how much it will run during the night. But in my case, I put it as 0, so I don't miss during the night. It's very easy to set up the day, how long the day duration. So depending on the season. So for now, here in San Antonio, it's already dark at like 7, so I set this up for 7:30 in the morning until 7 in the evening. During the summer, it's until 9 in the evening, and it's very easy to use. And there are times when it's warmer and the humidity drops so fast, I set it up for like 10 seconds. For me, this is really one of the best controllers out there. I've watched a lot of videos and reviews about those cheaper misting systems, and nothing can beat this, how they've designed this controller. And that's why when I said that if you are thinking about getting a misting system and you want something that can use your water efficiently, very versatile, and this is the one. Because if you're gonna be spending a lot on humidifiers, several controllers, several timers, this one in one package will do all of that, and in the end you will save more. So yeah, so that's what I've been using. I've used this for a year and a half, no issues at all. No issues with the repeat cycle timer. The other thing is it has a battery, so when there's a blackout, you run out of power, it will save the settings. However, it will turn off when there's no power. But then when you plug it back on or the power comes back, it has all the settings in there. You just need, I believe, change the time or something, or it keeps the time. I don't know, because we don't run out of power that much, or rarely here in San Antonio. So can't really remember if I need to check the time, but I always do, even the simple manual timers. So the other thing is it has a bypass if you just want to get this to mist whenever you want to, or manually. So you just press this for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can see it here, and it's misting beautifully. And then you just let go and it will turn off. So really cool. So for fans, these are the fans from from the small tent. Cheap fans from Amazon, really good reviews. I've had this now for, I don't know, since I had my triangular grow tent. So this one, and this is also on high right now, so it has controls like off, medium, low. I have this on high, and this one is to get fresh air in. This one is to cool this one because it's kind of close. I use these carabiners to hold it in place. I don't use the hangers that it comes with because it's too low. I want it high so I can put plants up to here. So this worked really well for me, and it does get warm. I never had any overheating issues with when I was using here, but I still had fans at that time. So, and since this is reflective, my concern is it might overheat in time as these lights, get older and might have some defects, so I don't want to go through that. So I still have this, and these fans will help with the air circulation. So that's one. All right, so this is the bigger light, and the second set of fans. Again, this one is just to cool this out, help with air circulation. And then, oh, I forgot to say, this comes in pairs. So the other one here, this one gets the stale air out. So we have one that gets the fresh air in, this one gets the stale air out. So these are turned on mostly throughout the day. Oh, sorry, nearly fell. So what I found in my grow tents before is when you keep them on maybe 30 minutes every hour, it gets the air circulation really good without compromising your humidity. And since this is a bigger grow tent, that's the same thing I'm doing, but I'll keep monitoring the humidity and the plants, of course, and see what happens. I feel though, since that is more cramped, it's warmer there, and more of my cool growing orchids are suffering, even though before they thrived. So I think in here with this one we'll do good. Now this one will only be turned on during the day, about 15 minutes every hour. That way it will keep the air circulation down here really nice, get some of those mist, all that water from the misting system to dry out a little bit without drying everything totally. And then during the evening, we'll keep this on for like once every 2 hours, just to keep things going around the grow tent. Alright, so next would be this fencer wire, PVC coated, that I've been using in all my grow tents. Makes mounting orchids and other plants in a hook pot easier to organize and place, and definitely save more room. And this one actually I purchased from Amazon, not Home Depot, because the last ones were from Home Depot. And it's really nice because now they're including like accessories like this, which makes it easier to cut through them. And then also a lot of zip ties was included with that order. So just like before, yeah, I placed them all over, even on top here, and it makes it more versatile. I can, hook stuff here. Maybe in the future I'm planning to I'm thinking about putting like a chain here and just put orchids on the chain. So it makes the whole tent more versatile in terms of how I'll be able to use it and maximize the room in here. So of course I will place the floor tray that's included in the grow tent to catch all that excess water when you water the plants. I'll also be looking for a cheap shop vac to vacuum or suction out the excess water. Alright guys, so I want to also show you my RO system, which is very basic. This is the RO body from Amazon. Purchased it, I can't remember, maybe a year ago, $82, and very easy to set up. My kids are playing with our dog. Oh, that's the other thing, we got a new dog, a pup, a 6-month-old. We rescued him from the shelter. But returning to this, yeah, so I mentioned before, I have no DIY skills at all, so very basic. Just watch videos. If it's not complicated, I'll go for it, and this is it. I still use rainwater for my for watering the plants, but it hasn't been raining for the last I think 47 days. The record is 49 days, so we're close to that here in San Antonio. And so I've been using the RO body, and yeah, very easy. In like 40 minutes you'll get 5 gallons, and this is the water going into the RO system. The black one is in our tub to get the filtered water out, and this is the clean water. Very easy to set up, affordable. You don't need to like install it in a wall or something. I just put it on a hanger, some Velcro straps, and then have this on this ladder, and that's it. Very easy to set up, and my kids are calling me, but yeah, just want to show you guys, very easy to use, and I've been getting I think the TDS is like 6 or something, so that's good enough, just to water the Nepenthes, the orchids. But if I have rainwater, that's what I use. But for the misting system, only RO water, because the mist is very fine, and I'm afraid that if there's like any viruses or bacteria there in the rainwater, I might inhale it. So, this one is also mainly for the misting system. So yeah, onto the tent when I get all the plants in. Alright guys, I'm back, and it's been 3 days since I moved the plants in here. That was October 29th, today is November 1st. And I also look in my log, and it's been 2 years since I've set this up, October 29th, 2022. So yeah, 2 years since I had that grow tent, and finally set up a bigger one. And in that 3 days, there's a lot of pros, definitely bigger, and I'm able to appreciate the plants more. I was able to see which plants are actually struggling. There were some that I think have some fungal disease because they're still cramped in the roof grow tent. And then of course I was able to do a lot of trimming, removing dead leaves. And overall, it was way easier to see all the plants, work with all the plants in this bigger grow tent. The other thing is, of course, this is a taller grow tent. I don't need to bend my head or bend down to water the plants. So that's definitely a big plus. And let me talk about how I placed, or why I place these plants in this location. Alright, so definitely this won't be a permanent setup. I'll be moving plants as I observe how they do. But this setup, this area here is more for the deciduous orchids. These are the orchids that require a dry winter rest. Dendrobiums, the Neophynitia or Phoenicia. So I started this about 2 years ago. I'd stop watering starting October 30th, and resume the watering in spring. This one is a what is this, a Dendrobium secundum. They call it the toothbrush orchid. And I actually had a spike. It never bloomed for me. It had a spike around late February to March, but I pushed it too far because, again, no watering, and it dried up, and the spike failed. So I think what I'll do with this is, once I see a spike, I'll start watering it. The rest here, I've been doing good. This has never bloomed. This has bloomed for me. These are young Dendrobiums from the Philippines. This one has never bloomed for me. This one is a miniature Barkeria schumacheri. This has bloomed for me. So, but now I have more room for them, and this misting system is already shut off with this valve. So the misting will be only through here. So they will get that thorough dry winter rest, but without literally killing them of like too dry. Down here are my vining plants project. I'm not sure if you guys have seen some of the videos. This is the Monstera Dubaia, which struggled a lot. I was already on the verge of throwing it away, but when I was moving the plants in here, I saw it has new growth. So I think this will do better here. They're on a moss pole with long fiber sphagnum moss and what do you call this cocoa bark. So yeah, so I'm gonna take this seriously now. They've been neglected, and yeah, I want to make sure that I do good with them and give them all the appropriate conditions, and hopefully get them to grow. And this is again a tall grow tent, and hopefully get them to produce those big leaves. And yeah, that would be really cool, like all those videos in YouTube and in the internet. Right, so in this part here are several plants. This is a Thigh Constellation Monstera. It's got a big leaf. This one I bought from Carnivero, and this is the only growth I've got so far. I think it was shaded too much in the roof grow tent, so hopefully it gets more light here and gets to grow more. And yeah, so several other plants here. This one is, I got this from the Philippines. They call it the Caladium Humboldtii. It's a miniature one, and I've got several cuttings or babies, and I hope to grow them because they're not available here for whatever reason. And so I was able to bring some, and hopefully I get to grow them, and yeah, maybe share them around. We'll see. This is the Anthurium forgetii from Carnivero. I mean, again, this one just produced 2 leaves in, I think, a year now, so I'm glad they're looking good. And before I forget, this is the Ludicea discolor. This one has always been a good grower for me. I cannot even remember which one is the mother plant, but this thing blooms, grows really well. Give it high humidity, it will grow better. Look at how small the pot is, but it just spread out. I have a lot of cuttings down here, and yeah, really nice show. I mean, they say people love it for the foliage, but the flowers themselves are really nice. All right, so in this spot here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 nozzles. So this area would be more humid than the rest of this grow tent. And yeah, this is where the Nepenthes are. These are the small ones that have been growing really well for me. So as you can see, they're not as crowded anymore. They have more room to grow, which is really cool. My Miranda has more room now. This is the this one has never given me any problems. The Aristocoloides Spectabilis Giant X Hamata hybrid from Pet Flytrap. And yeah, as I've said earlier, since I've moved them in here, I get to really appreciate them more. And it has a nice basil here. It's been growing really well, and yeah, I'm just excited that it's still growing good, and hopefully get it to have like a vine and produce those upper pictures. Yeah, this one has been struggling. This is a Bicalcarata hybrid. It keeps growing, but you can see the leaves. I think it's one of those plants that need the warmer temperatures, like the Bicalcarata. Yeah, this is the other one that I'm so happy about. This is the Spectabilis Perkinson Giant Platycula. Very easy grower for me, and now it has more room to grow. Alright, and for orchids, this is from Andy's Orchids, Bulbophyllum Blume. And look at those flowers. Really nice. So now, there's another spike. It's got more room to just spread all those bulbs and keep growing. And these are more potted orchids. This is the Bulbophyllum Denisii. This blooms non-stop. Really cool plant. And yeah, let's move on. So more orchids here. These are my Vandanana. Let me check. Yeah, Vandanana, Ascocentrum miniatum. So they're miniature Vandas. I think this was also considered a cousin of the Vanda, but smaller. And yeah, more orchids here. And then this is what I did with this one. I have one of those hooks that came with the light, and yeah, I made a knot here and yeah, place some orchids there. So yeah, so more room, and I can keep modifying it if I wanted to. So far, when I set up the misting system and the fans, this one again runs every hour during the day, and every 2 hours during the night, 15 minutes each time. So I had a good balance between humidity and airflow. Never had any issues so far, and yeah, so excited about this because there's this sense of like this renewed interest with these plants, because now I can see them better, inspect them better, appreciate them more. It's easier. Watering them is faster compared to in the roof grow tent, where I need to pull out some of the plants so I can go in there and need to bend because it's a shorter grow tent, and so it was a lot of work to the point where I dread doing it. So now I just go in here, just spray on them, or the potted plants I only water them once a week, so it's easier. And then I use a shop vac to just suction out the excess water. Of course, I can't get everything, but that will add with the humidity, which is nice. And yeah, so that's it. Thank you for staying with me in this long video, and I'm just happy about all the blessings for the past 3 years since we moved here in San Antonio, and I'm able to enjoy the hobby and to get all the resources. 10 years ago, lights like this cost like hundreds of dollars. I'm not even sure if they're available in Amazon. And grow tents, all of the stuff in here, because of the hobbyists, mostly the cannabis growers. Because of them, there was a market, and it's easier to purchase this stuff. There's a lot of competition between these products, so you get to find the best that will work for you, and they're also affordable. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know. Just please put it in the comments below, and if you have any advice, also let me know. And yeah, I'll also do an update about the pond, and also the plants that I've been working on this whole summer. And yeah, thank you, and have a good one.